What up, Buff Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Common Sense Buffs. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without some dope content to react to. The Buffs took a week off. I took a week and a half off, but I'm back to holla at you. And let me tell you, we have a lot to celebrate this week going into the game with Kansas State because Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes just put the college football world on notice with a dominant win over the UCF Knights in a score of 48-21. This was a game that changed or started to change the narrative around this program, and I'm here to break it all down. So hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and let's dive into this win that has everyone talking. Now, going into the game, UCF was undefeated and had the best rushing attack in the nation. We're talking about a ground game that was running over every defense they faced until they ran into Coach Prime and Rob Livingston's defense. The Buffs held UCF to just 177 yards rushing, and that's exactly what they needed to do to win this game. I mean, we have to give a massive shout out to both Prime for the hire and defensive coordinator Rob Livingston for his game planning and the changes that he's making week over week to keep this defense on the right track. Rob Livingston is not just out here calling random plays, he's playing chess, and it's showing that he is an effective chess player. But it all starts with that Buffalo's defensive front. Chidozie Nwanko, Shane Cokes, Arden Walker, Samuel Okunlola, BJ Green, and Tajay McCoy. All of these guys were absolute monsters in the trenches. And like they say in football, it all starts and ends with your trench play. This group of defensive linemen and edge rushers, they were in the backfield all day disrupting the run game and forcing UCF to abandon what they do best. And let's not forget about the law firm of Hill-Green and Bentley holding it down in the middle. Hill-Green was everywhere. He had 9 tackles, 2 of those tackles for loss, and a sack. Now, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to linebacker play. You have to be stout, physical, and just downright disruptive. And not to mention, they were out there hitting. There were many big hits late in that game, and that's the kind of football I love to watch. And this secondary is becoming a Coach Prime secondary. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's a secondary that is turnover hungry. Silmon-Craig continues to play well from the safety position, scooping up a fumble and taking it to the house, I believe, for 93 yards. And then, of course, Travis Hunter snagging an interception and hitting the Heisman pose. Preston Hodge also had a game-changing interception early in the game that gave the ball back to Colorado, and they went down and scored and really changed the tenor of that game going forward. It doesn't get better than that from your secondary. The defense came to play and they shut down UCF's high powered offense. 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and that swagger from Hunter. That's exactly what the Colorado Buffaloes need to be showing when they go out there and play against tough opponents, especially opponents on the road. Now let's flip to the offensive side of the ball. Shedeur Sanders was in his bag once again. He threw for 290 yards and 3 touchdowns. And he finally made the connection he's been looking for all year with one of his top wide receiving targets, Will Sheppard, who led all wide receivers for 99 yards receiving and a touchdown. And of course, you sprinkle in the usual suspects of Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn, and LaJohntay Wester, 2 of whom found the end zone as well. This offense was firing on all cylinders. Hats off to Pat Shurmur. But we cannot sleep on the run game. And this is where the offensive line really shone, and they showed their improvement game over game. Not only were they able to protect Shedeur, but they were able to open up holes and opportunities for the trio of Hayden, Welsh, and Augustov, who handled their business, combining for over 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. It's the first time this season that we've seen the Buffs win in all 3 phases of the game. That's offense, defense, and special teams. Speaking of special teams, Mr. Mata don't miss was clutch, hitting 2 crucial field goals in the first half to keep the pressure on UCF and widen that early lead. A solid performance by this team all around. So, what does this mean? Well, the Buffs are rolling coming into this bye week with all the momentum. UCF was undefeated, and the Buffs went into their house and left no doubt. This was a statement game, plain and simple. Now, the Buffs have the Kansas State Wildcats coming to town next, and you already know it's going to be one of the most exciting games of the season. The Buffs are on fire, but we need to keep that fire rolling. That's it for today's reaction. The Buffs are back, and the road to glory is getting clearer each week. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. What was your favorite moment of the game? And oh, don't forget, we're running up the score to 1,000 subscribers ASAP, so let's keep those subs rolling. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without some dope content to react to. Until next time, Skull Buffs.